that's something I'm so thankful for, because that's something I try to do like every day. You know, like I try to just get better, like be a better person, get better in my faith, get better in my training, get better in my fighting. And they're a big part of that because they push me to be better. And also they push me to be a better person too.
You are now tuning in to the Relentless Project. Real people, real stories, real life.
Thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank you for having me.
First time on a podcast, I hear.
Yes.
How you feel? You said nervous.
I said nervous and excited because I'm a yapper, so I'm excited to yap.
But it's interesting to me because you punch people and get punched in the face for fun.
Yeah, I do.
And for like kind of work.
Yeah.
And you're nervous.
It's like more because when I'm punching people, I can just kind of like do that and I don't have to talk while I'm doing it. And then
no talking involved.
Yeah, no talking involved, you know. I just like go do my thing. And so
That's
like
interesting.
Sitting down and talking, you know. I mean, I'm excited for it.
So this is the one with Olivia Schwender. And you kind of do a lot of things that don't go together, but they go together because it's you.
Yeah.
You're a CNA.
Yeah.
You're an amateur fighter.
I am. Yeah.
And an artist.
I am. I like to say I'm one of the most random people you will ever meet because I have so many interests and I just kind of do all of them.
Well, we're gonna try to unpack a lot of that. What came first, fighting, CNA, or your artist side?
Artist. So I've been painting since I was like 9 years old. You know, I was
Crayola days.
Yeah, Crayola days. Actually, in kindergarten, my mom, I would always bring home like my colored pictures and stuff, and she was like, why are these actually so good? I would like do the outline in a dark color and then I'd shade the inside.
I do that still.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm an artist.
Maybe. I believe anybody can be an artist.
Did you used to, this is so funny. I just got so many memories. Like you would do it real dark. You'd color real dark and then you'd scratch it off so it's like faded.
Yes. Or like even the opposite. I colored in really light all over and then like heavy on the parts that were supposed to be like high contrast. Like Olivia as a kindergartner was like, I gotta make a high contrast photo.
You were ahead of the time then. Another thing I did, I would like strokes one way and then I'd stroke the other way.
See, you're an artist. I believe it.
That's just Crayola. I don't do anything else. I did take art in high school. Like it was like I guess they're not electives in high school, but you can pick something. Yeah. And I thought it was super interesting.
Yeah.
Like I always thought you just draw, but there was like technique and how faces have shapes and you can utilize. Anyway, and what type of art do you do?
I do a lot of murals. Right now, like that's what I paint murals for, like on buildings or like in bedrooms or something. I did a lot of kids' bedrooms.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
I did some gyms that wanted like their logos done, so I painted their logo in their gym or whatever, or like inspirational quotes. I do lettering too, so painting's primarily the one I do, but I do commissions for like pencil drawings and colored pencils as well, and really anything, honestly.
So when you do murals, like building murals, is it like spray painting or is it
So I usually use like wall paint, so I'll just do that, and then if it's like, I did a turf one time. I literally spray painted on a turf inside a gym, and that was awful, and I'm never doing that again because I had the worst turf burn ever because I was like on my hands and knees for like 12 hours every day, and I was just spray painting these lines on this turf and their logo and everything. It was terrible.
Yeah, how was your brain after that, inhaling all
that? I'm pretty sure I was so high. Like honestly, I had a mask on, but I got tired of it at one point, and so I just ripped that thing off, and I was like, I'm 90% sure I was not with it for most of that.
And where did that inspiration come from? Was it just something you like to do as a kid, or?
I've been doing art since I was a kid, and then I found out like, oh, I can kind of make money off of this.
Especially it's so funny because like I'll drive, like especially Pittsburgh has a lot of buildings with murals.
Yeah,
I'm like, who, like, you see all this, but who is doing this?
Yeah.
But now I know. Now if I need to, when I get my own building, I'm gonna put a big logo on the side.
I'll come paint a mural for you.
Yeah, gotcha. No turf though. I'll get
no
that
turf.
pre-printed.
I'm gonna get that in my like rules of things I don't do. Yeah. It's turf.
No.
And that's it.
And what got you into? So what came first between MMA and deciding to be a CNA?
MMA. So I've been training MMA since I was 15. MMA as in like I was doing jiu-jitsu and I was doing boxing and they were separate and I never combined them together to like learn how to fight. You found the secret sauce. Yeah.
Combining the two.
So yeah, I trained jiu-jitsu primarily and then boxing was like my striking background, and then I finally combined the two this past year. And
this is recent.
Yeah, I've been training MMA for like together as in like one whole thing to actually go in and fight, like to train to fight. I've only trained for a year for that. But, I trained all the separate things for a really long time. I just needed to learn how to combine them.
Yeah, that's interesting. I had that. So jiu-jitsu was your bread and butter.
Yes. And then I also wrestled in high school,
you're one of those.
Late in high school. So, and I wrestled in college as well. So wrestling is like kind of my background-ish, like jiu-jitsu, wrestling. Striking, I was never really good at until like recently.
Who's really good unless you're a boxer?
Yeah,
let's be honest.
For real.
Like striking is such a nuanced. I love grappling because I can sort of get away with mistakes and being sloppy, and like I tend to be bigger than most people, so my strength is like my cheat code until someone uses it against me. But striking, you have to be very precise, or
position's everything. Position is everything.
Yeah. So what got you into what got, I guess, wrestling? That's not something a lot of ladies do. I'm seeing it a lot more now, which is awesome. Like a lot of like middle schools are offering like girls wrestling, which is awesome.
And it just got sanctioned like I think a year ago in PA for girls to have their own team. Like when I was
Let's go.
I know, that's awesome. When I was in high school, there was no girls teams. Like you either wrestled on the boys team or you wrestled club and you wrestled with the boys, and that's just how it was, So the fact that the ladies in Pennsylvania get their own teams and get to compete against each other, that's really exciting.
So you were wrestling with a guy.
With boys, yeah.
Which kind of puts you on a different level, because now when you're going against a lady, you're probably like, oh, okay.
Like I've been absolutely destroyed before.
So what was that motivation to get into wrestling? You could have gone a myriad ways.
Yeah. So when I think just like the circumstances, so like I was in a different gym at the time, and I found wrestling kind of like as kind of like an outlet, like I was doing primarily jiu-jitsu and stuff there, and the situation I was in wasn't the greatest, so I kind of used it as an excuse to go do something else and go have fun with something else that I still loved and enjoyed. So I think that's kind of how I started getting into it and everything. And the local high school coach for Derry, he ran a club, and I was like, hey, can I join your club? And so I wrestled there for a while until I went to college. So
how old were you when you started jiu-jitsu? Because jiu-jitsu came first, I guess.
Jiu-jitsu came first. I was 15.
Okay, so 15 was when you started jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Kind of mirrored into wrestling.
Yeah.
And it was more of like a hobby / escape?
Like a hobby and a little bit of an escape. And also, I decided like I never wanted to go to college in the first place. Like
same.
I hated school.
Same.
I was a terrible student.
Same.
The worst ADHD,
Same.
Yeah. So I never wanted to go to college in the first place. And then I decided that I like wanted to go to college only for the fact that I wanted an excuse to like leave the situation I was in at the time in my gym, because I'm sure we'll get into that later. But yeah,
only if you're ready.
Yeah,
only if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get into that. But I wasn't in the best situation, and so I decided, I was like, oh, college is my escape. Like, it'll give me a reason I have to leave. And then that was kind of like in my brain. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go to college, but I'm not gonna go to college and just do school. I'm gonna go to college and I'm gonna play a sport. I'm like, that's wrestling. You can get into college. Women can get into college wrestling so easily because it's such a young thing for women. The opportunities, there's so many for women if you want to wrestle in college. So I was like, perfect. I'll be able to be doing something I actually like doing. I'll get away, and learn, maybe get a
ball
degree.
People up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was your, you made the decision to go to college to get away. Did you have like a study in mind, or did you just?
Yeah, I was studying graphic design. So like a form of art, but just digital art. Yeah. Another random thing to add to the list of.
Well, I guess it goes into like the creative
side
you.
of things.
So
yeah,
I went for marketing.
Okay.
And it was, so I started. I don't think a lot of people know. I don't think I've talked about this, but when I went to college, I was like, I'm going to be an electrical engineer.
An electrical engineer.
I don't know why. Right. So I Penn State's like, hey, you have to come in undecided.
Okay.
I think it was your first 2 years. Yeah. Undecided.
Prereqs.
Yeah. Do get all your prereqs out of the way, but but they gave you the list of majors and they said, if this is the stuff you want to do, these are the prereqs you should look into. But you could pick anything. Mm-hmm. So I was like, electrical engineering.
Yeah. It makes sense.
I go in there. I think the first class was some sort of math that I needed. Excuse me. And I was very good at math, but I'm like, yo, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
Like this is not for me. And then I went to supply chain management. Mind you, I haven't picked these yet, but these are the courses I'm like picking now.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is not what they told me it would be.
For me.
So then I was like, you know what? Marketing is easy. Mm-hmm. Like, I like talking to people. I can sell ice to a snowman. Like, marketing.
Yeah.
But then I learned marketing. There's so much to marketing, which I actually fell in love with because marketing was not like sales.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, oh, sales, easy, whatever. Yeah. But I learned so much about marketing, like what involves making a product, what involves with the branding, with
there's a creative side to marketing. Yeah.
That's the majority of marketing is storytelling.
Yeah.
Which I love to do. That's why I sit in front of a mic. I love talking to people.
I couldn't tell at all.
I'm like, oh, this is kind of my shit right here. Like, I'm good at this.
Yeah.
So then I took graphic design and like little things like that, and I'm like, man, I can tell the story, show this. I could do it all myself. Now, granted, there's so much to all that those were just like intro classes, but I took it upon myself to learn on my own. So not only that, then I decided to become a cop. So completely do nothing with my degree at first.
Yeah, I feel like we have like similar personalities, and I feel like we have a lot of interests. And for you, it was like you had like 3 interests before you found the one that you were like truly passionate about.
Probably like 50. It's just
50.
I leave no stone unturned, right?
Exactly.
Like, how would you know what you want to do if you didn't try? I'm like, that wasn't for me.
If you have an interest in something, I truly believe you should at least try it. What's the harm in trying something, and if it's not for you, so okay, life continues. Figure out something else.
Yeah, and if you try it and you don't like it, you're exactly where you started.
Exactly.
Like you didn't lose anything.
But if you didn't try in the first place, what if it was supposed to be what you were doing and you didn't do it because you were scared to try it?
And now I literally use the stuff in school I do my graphics, my videos, my editing, my audio, like everything I learned in college. It took me some years to start utilizing, but I use it all. And it's cool because I learned so many things, and I understand now when companies, like like Apple, like the demand they create and how that involves into pricing and how pricing impacts it. I'm like, oh, this is so cool to see it like in action. And the majority of people just buy into it.
Yeah.
And like Apple releases. I'm probably going to get sued by Apple, but whatever. No, I'm not that big. But, they're like, hey, iPhone 26 is going to be available on this date at midnight. What does that do for everyone? I got to stay up late, set an alarm at midnight. Then it crashes, right? They're only selling 1,000 at first. And then next week you can go to Best Buy, Walmart, Target, and buy the same iPhone.
Exactly.
Why did we wait till midnight, all crash this system when you wait a week and you can still buy it? It's just that perceived. Yeah, it's marketing, that perceived like you need it now.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got to all that, but so you decide to go for graphic design.
Yes.
How does that lead to what you do now?
A CNA. Okay. So that's like another random thing that happened. My aunt, she is an ER nurse. And so like, and has been for a long time. So like, I've always kind of like been around healthcare, known a lot about it. Her mom was also a nurse. And we're all really close. So, she had always talked about it, and it always piqued my interest, like healthcare. I was like, it's interesting to me. And I was
it's something.
And I was like, and she made it sound so exciting, which the job I have, not necessarily so exciting all the time, because I'm not a nurse. I do all the stuff nurses don't want to do. So I get to clean up all the messes. I get to change people, bathe people, all that kind of stuff. So it's like the grunt work, and which is fine. Like, I still enjoy helping people. I think that's a lot of the reason I got into it too, is like, I like doing purposeful things, like, and I felt like there was a need, especially in the hospital near my house. Like, they were short-staffed and everything. So, and my aunt was telling me that, like, hey, we're really short-staffed. You could get a job super easily, and you'd be able to help people, and it pays good. And I was like, oh, like, I've kind of been interested in healthcare. Why not? Let's go try it.
Gotta fund my fight career. Let me
Yeah, literally. I think I started taking CNA classes like right. I was being a CNA by the time I had my first fight, but my classes were happening like while I was accepting my first fight as well. So like, I was like starting my course, like my CNA classes, while I was also going into fight camp, and that was not great, but it's okay.
That was not great.
It was not fun.
Yeah, well, let's lead into that. So I guess there's a lot to unpack. So like, what you're training, it's fun, it's cool. What was that thing that told you like, oh, I want to like take this to the next level? Because a lot of people train, and that's fine. Maybe they compete here and there in jiu-jitsu or something, but like now I want to take this to the next level. What was that deciding factor for you?
Well, ever since I started training jiu-jitsu, I was like, I'm going to fight one day. Like, I really want to fight. And I would tell my previous coach that all the time. I'm like, I want to fight. Like, I want you to teach me to fight. Like, combine everything together. I want to fight. And it was always no. And I was just like, okay, I'll just keep training though, because maybe one day he'll be like, okay, let's do it. And it was always like, we'll keep training, and one day when you're ready, I'll let you know. And I'm like, okay. So, yeah.
How do you get ready?
Exactly. How do you get ready if the place I'm supposed to be getting ready is not getting me ready, And so when I decided, I kind of gave up on it for a little bit because just the situation and going to college, like, when your college wrestling is insane, you don't have time to do anything else. It's a full-time job. It's so hard. And so I wasn't training any stand-up or anything like while I was in college. So that also kind of put it on the back burner of like, I can't do this right now because I am not training, So, and it kind of just life happened, and it just kept getting pushed back and everything. I wanted to make my debut when I was 18. Couldn't do it because I was in that previous gym and I was going to college for wrestling, and it just wasn't the time. And, I decided to stay home for my second year of college and do community college. And I was like, this is the time. Like, I need to lock in. I need to figure out how to get in that cage, because that's all I've wanted to do since I was 15. And I was like, now's the time. I'm making big moves. I'm gonna change some things. I'm gonna change my environment. I'm gonna go wherever I have to. I'm getting in that cage, and I am fighting because I have wanted to do this for so long. And so when I found the Mat Factory,
you don't find the Mat Factory.
The Mat Factory finds you. It's so true.
Shout out, Isaac. Awesome,
I love everybody there. So I knew Cheyenne Hall, from just like cross training and stuff. And one day I hit her up and I was like, hey, can I come practice with you guys? Because I had unfortunately been told never to come back to my old gym. So that was.
Well, sorry to hear that.
It's okay. That it needed to happen, like
works out. That's yeah.
I am where I am because of that. And I was like, can I come train with you guys? And she's like, yeah, of course. So I went and like met Isaac and met Carly, my other teammate, which Carly.
Carly
she
Joe.
was on here.
Carly Joe.
I love Carly.
She is scary. I won't tell her that to her face, but
she's terrifying, but she's amazing. So,
yeah, but her, Justin, everyone at the Mat Factory. I always say this: they're dogs.
They are.
Every single every gym has their their thing, but like the Mat Factory, they're a little different.
We're violent people. We're just kind of like
happy violent,
yeah.
Like Cody Gamble.
Yeah.
So
for real.
Always smiling.
Yeah.
As he's like crushing you, literally crushing you, and he's like smiling. He's like, "Are you okay?" No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I have 200 and whatever he weighs, 60, 80 pounds on me, making me do things I'm not supposed to be doing. Yes. I'm not okay, Cody.
Yeah. Carly and me will like get done trying to kill each other, and we'll be like, "Hey, girl, how you doing?"
So let's talk about whatever.
We'll give each other a hug. We're like, "Yay, besties!" But yeah, I found the Mat Factory, and I texted Isaac one day, and I was like, "Hey, so I want to come to your place full time. Would you want to train another female fighter?" And of course, Isaac's Isaac, so he was like, "Yeah, of course, come here." Like, yeah,
he's
definitely.
Like, "You want to? Are you ready to fight?"
Yeah.
He don't see it as female male. It's
no. He's like, "If
you
want to fight,
fighter
let's work
not?
on it," And I was like, great. So that's like that, and I've been there ever since, and it's the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Like I've this is my third fight in 7 months, and so I am making up for lost time, I like to say.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
You have time.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying I'm making
a lot of time.
I'm making up for all the time I wanted to fight and didn't have the opportunity to. I'm just taking every opportunity I can.
Hey, there's something to be said about that. I think there's a lot of good that comes into that, right? Like, because the amateurs, which I hate what it's become, where like, and I'll say this, we're getting like the showmanship already. We're getting the like people, the sense of entitlement as amateurs, and it's like you're a fucking nobody.
Yeah.
This is where you're learning your fight style, learning your camp, learning your cuts, learning how to work with your team, learning if this is the team you should even be. This is where you're refining everything.
Yeah.
It's like it's become like pretend pros.
Yeah.
Like people are coming in where I'm like, I mean, to each their own. I'm not knocking it. It's entertainment. I love it. But it's like, bro, you should be taking your fighting serious right now. Yeah. And then once that's all right, do your showmanship.
I do think it's good to bring a personality in there.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because I think it helps a lot with like, not necessarily a fan base, because you don't have much of a fan base when you're an amateur, like you have
people just want to see people bleed.
Exactly. But like you can make people bleed and have a violent fight and have great personality on top of it, and it'll just add it's like the cherry on top.
It's like back to Carly.
Yeah.
I do the post-fight interviews, right? I forget who she fought last, the name, but it was brutal. They're like just smacking each other.
I think it was Leilani. Is that her name?
She was undefeated.
Yeah.
Because Carly likes to pick the people who.
Yeah. She likes dog fights.
Yeah. And it was a dog fight.
Yeah.
Violent. I'm literally looking. I'm like, this was probably one of the most violent fights on the card.
Yeah.
Then she comes out, post fight interview, bleeding. She's like,
yeah.
You ready? I'm like, are you? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, she had like a little cut that was bleeding. I'm looking at her. I'm like, you okay? She's totally fine. Like, that's just another Carly, day in the office.
Like she could have a massive cut on her face, and she would just be smiling and loving it because that's what she lives for. And that's
true. How was your first, like, you get told, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
What was your mindset knowing, like, now you're not just training, you're training for a purpose?
I had to lock in. I was like, okay, we're doing this and we're going to do it right. I'm going to put every bit of ounce of grit and work I have into this because I want to do this. And my first opponent, she was kind of known for, like, you know, being like a slugger, like big loopy shots, just like haymakers. And that's kind of the MO I got from her. So I literally went in expecting to have like massive shots thrown on me because with like a grappling background. And so I was like, you know, we got to lock in. We got to train the hands a lot, defense, you know, because that's what she likes to throw. She liked to throw. And, you know, my first fight, that's exactly what happened. She was throwing haymakers and trying to get me out of there. And I was like, oh no, we're not doing this. And
not yet. Not yet.
And I like kept good defense and I just out wrestled her the whole time. I was like, you know, I kind of went back to my roots, you know.
It's PA. I mean, was it in PA actually? I don't know where.
No, it was actually in West Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that still counts.
Yeah. And well, I'm from PA, so that's like the MO I had, you know. And so I was like, we just need to wrestle. And I did throw some good shots on her. I did some good ground and pound work and everything like that. And it was unanimous decision, so it did go 3 rounds, but it was like 30-27. So it was pretty a shutout because I just grappled a ton with her. So that was.
Well, what did that win mean for you? Because not only did you win, but you went the distance. Mm-hmm. Your first fight, which it's kind of daunting when you think about it, right? Because you expect to go in and you have this mindset. I had it when my first. I'm gonna go in there. I'm a dog it, and then by the end, I'm like, why am I doing this shit? Like,
well, I think Isaac prepares us a lot for 3 rounds of absolute dogfight, and like that's what we train for. You know, we don't necessarily train for. Of course, we want the knockouts. We want the submissions. Like, if we have them, we'll take them. But if we have to go the distance, we're going to do it, like, definitively. Like, you're going to know by the end who won. And that's what Isaac, that's, like, the whole Matt Factory mentality. It's just, like, grit. And so when I went the distance and everything, I was, like, the happiest person you could ever see. I was so excited. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm like, I love this. And I was so excited. I was like, I don't even care that I didn't get a finish. I don't care that I didn't get a knockdown. I was just happy to be in there in the first place. I was like, this is what I waited for.
You're like, I'm just happy to be here.
I literally was that. That was my whole mentality. Like, even walking out, I was like, I'm just grateful to be here right now. Like, I'm so excited for this. Like, no matter what happens in that cage, I know I worked hard. It's in God's hands, and he gave me this opportunity, so I'm gonna go take it, and I'm gonna have the best time with it ever.
That's like the best feeling.
Yeah.
You know, like when you put it in God's hands, and you're like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna do what I can, and
yeah,
what happens. Like it gives you a different sense of appreciation for what you're doing.
Exactly, and that's like, even with my last fight, I would like, so far, that's just like how I go into it. I'm like, I put the work in. I put the work in and outside the gym. And I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So whatever happens in there, that's up to God. If he wants to give me the victory and he wants to do it in a crazy good way, great. If he wants me to go the distance and still give me the victory, okay. If I go the distance and I lose, okay, we'll go back and we'll keep working. If something happens that, you know, is not great, I get knocked out, I get submitted, whatever, we'll go back and we'll keep working, you know, like he gave me those opportunities and I'm not going to waste them worrying about the outcome, you know?
Yeah. The outcome's going to be the outcome.
Exactly.
You know, worrying never changed the outcome, you know, and it's easy to say now, but like when we're in it, it's like, man, well, how's this going to go? Especially at camp. How long was your first camp?
5 weeks.
And how long are your camps typically now? How many fights are you in? 3?
This is my 3rd this year. Yeah. So.
Oh, she had to throw that 3rd in this year, folks.
3rd this year. Anyway, so my first fight camp was 5 weeks, and then between the next one, it's like 4.5, 5 weeks, but I took it on, like, it was like 4 weeks by the time I had actually signed the contract. And it was at 135, which was like the lowest I had fought so far. Because my first fight, you kind of take whatever you can get.
Yeah,
like, I was walking around at like 48, and my first fight was at 50. Like, I weighed in like 148 pounds that morning and had breakfast too. So, like, and nobody ever does that before a weigh-in. So
you went in there fresh on weigh-ins.
I was feeling good, hydrated. I was feeling, and she actually missed weight my first fight. And I was like, okay, so now she's like extra big because, you know, if you're missing weight and it's a higher weight class than I even walk around at, you know, I was a little like,
made me
a little nervous, you know, but like I was excited. I was
slower movements for
exactly,
her. Slower movements.
Yeah, exactly. Take the wins where you can get them. And so then my next fight was at 135, and so that's actually crazy. My last fight camp was like insane. Like my dad actually, he almost died like during my fight camp. Yeah. So he has Crohn's disease and rheumatoid arthritis, and so he has a ton of sciatic pain and like a bunch of stuff wrong with his back. So he got a back surgery for a stem device implanted in his back that was supposed to help like stem his sciatic or whatever. I don't actually know how it works. But he got a blood infection from the surgery, and it traveled to his spine, and he had like he was like almost septic and everything. It was
What?
So bad.
You just threw a bomb. Okay, she's like, yeah, my fight camp too. She was
yeah.
My dad almost died.
Yeah.
So,
I like.
we can laugh about it now.
Yeah, we can laugh about it. He's okay.
Okay.
He's okay.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right, so then my jokes will come back then.
Yeah.
No, so that's your second fight.
That's my second fight.
So you're on this high on a win.
Yep.
You're fighting down.
Yeah, it's my first I wrestled like 38 and 40 something, 42 I think in high school, and then I wrestled up in college. So it had been a while since I actually had to like cut some serious weight, you know, like get down. And
get down on it.
You're right. So, and with the circumstances that had happened with my dad, I was like not starting out at a great weight either. You know, I was living in the hospital. I was sleeping there, eating hospital food all the time, and like not training at the time, because obviously my dad was unwell.
What led you to continue?
Yeah.
With the camp.
Yeah. So Chris Williams, my coach, my striking coach.
I've heard of that guy. What's he go by?
He's Yinzer
something.
Yinzer boxing, Yinzer fight coach. Yeah,
he was on the show too. I've had them all.
Yeah. He texted me and he's like, "Can you get back in the gym full time?" And it had been like a couple days since like the really bad part of my dad's infection had happened, and well, I actually talked to my dad about it. I was like, I won't accept it if you think like, hey, I need you here. I need you to be present, you know, I need you. And he told me like, no, go take it. Like,
I was about to say, I could just see him be like,
yeah,
half dead going, oh, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah. He was like, because he knows how much I love what I do and he is one of my biggest supporters, if not the biggest. Like, so I accepted the fight, and I was back in the gym full time, like with like 5 weeks, 4.5-ish, and worked my butt off because I was like, okay, we got to make up for a little bit of like, you know, a little misstep in the way, you know, not like a purposeful one, but you know, like just circumstances happened, and you know.
And what was your mindset now? Like, yeah, you not only are you fighting, not only are you training for a fight, so that's purposeful, but now you're like, in my mind, it's like, dude, I could be in the hospital and I'm choosing this. Yeah. So this needs to be like everything I have.
And I was doing it a lot for my dad because he absolutely is my biggest fan and supports me so much. And yeah, I was like, I need to do this for him. Like, I need to go in and I need to work hard, because if I'm not working hard and I'm still choosing to like not be present with him as I could be, and I'm not putting in the maximum effort over here, it's going to feel like completely worthless, you know? So, and I had a great support system. Isaac, Carly, Cheyenne, all of those people, they held me up during that time, because I wasn't okay, you know, like it was my dad.
I can imagine, yeah.
And they really held me up, and I could not be more thankful for them. Like Isaac even said, like it was right before I signed the contract, and I was like, hey, I need to take a couple days. My dad's in the hospital. He's like, absolutely, don't worry about it. Like, be there for your dad. And honestly, I don't think he knew how much that meant to me, because like, unfortunately, at the place I used to be at, it would not have been that response. It would have been like, no, you need to be here no matter what. Like, you need to block out life circumstances. It doesn't matter what's going on out there. You need to be in here all the time. You need to not miss any time. And Isaac was like, your family's more important. And, you know, your dad's more important. And that was kind of like, oh, I'm in the right place, you know? And
yeah, and that's where, like, that's so important to find a gym that that literally that matches what you need.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Isaac is a dog.
Oh,
Isaac doesn't
100%.
take excuses.
No.
But Isaac understands that, hey, like, your family's not always going to be there.
Yeah.
You can fight fighting's going to be here.
Exactly.
You can come back, we'll be here. But like, family's important, and without family, I feel like Don Toretto and Fast and family. No, but that. Why do we do the things we do? Right? Like,
exactly.
our family support is huge, and if something's going on with your family, you got to take care of that first. And then, like, are you going to be in a fight camp mentally prepared?
Yeah.
Are you going to be locked in a cage with another human who wants to inflict damage on you?
Yeah.
Mentally prepared.
Yeah.
You know, so being able to probably have that conversation with your father and him going, no, I'm good. Like,
yeah. So
deal with that.
Yeah. And so, and to end it the way it ended, my fight ended, felt amazing. I got a first round finish. So on top of all of that, like, that was the moment I was like, this is what happens when, like, you put your priorities in the right place and you also trust God. Like, because I was so, like, worried for my dad and everything, and he is like the epitome of like someone who's been through like the worst stuff you could even think about. He's had terrible health since I was a baby and has had 90 something kidney stones. He's like been in the hospital more times than I can count. And he still always taught me, you trust God. Like, God will always take care of you. And he does. Like, that's literally like evidence. It was evidence for me. Like, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and I trust God, like, he's going to take care of me no matter what's going on, no matter what's going on in my personal life, no matter what's going on, no matter what, he's going to take care of me. And so that was like a really good moment. And I kind of was like, this one's for Dad, you know, like, that was for Dad because he couldn't be there.
Awesome.
And he was
how did you get the finish?
RNC. Yeah.
That's like the go-to.
Yeah.
That's the go-to. That's rear naked choke for my non-fighters.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing a lot of those finishes lately, which is like, I mean, it's one of the, like, if we're
bread
rolling around,
yeah.
It's one that readily comes available, but it's also one that's most defended.
Exactly.
So to get a finish on that, it's like kind of cool.
And you can like punch people while you're locking it up. Like, you can punch into the RNC, which is so fun.
That is I take that personal.
I love that.
Like, when I'm sparring with someone, I'm like, wait till I get out of this.
Yeah.
This is personal. This is not training anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you got me. Okay,
Yeah.
you don't need to punch me while we're here. There's someone I recently trained with that they're probably gonna laugh at this because
you're calling him out.
Dude, he's sitting there like doom, and I'm like, bro, you got me, okay? Let me fight out of this. This is also training for me. And he's like, get out of it.
Yeah.
I was like, if I throw this elbow back there, I'm not mobile, so I can't.
Yeah.
But some people can.
Yeah.
But so then your third fight, how does that end?
This is my third fight.
Oh, coming up.
Coming up. Yeah.
So let's talk about that,
Yeah.
girl. Are you in camp?
I am in camp. Yeah.
And you're on a podcast. Isaac, I apologize.
No. Because I was like, we need to do this at 8 a.m. so that I have time to do all the camp stuff afterwards. And
so you're going to train after this?
Yeah. Well, I'll probably run after this, and then I'll go to wrestling tonight, which
Relentless.
is Tuesday night wrestling. So.
Tuesday dog fights.
Yep.
So what is camp looking like for you? Like what does a typical camp look like? How is this one turning out? I don't want to give away too much of your secret sauce, but this episode comes out in 2 weeks, so you'll be fine.
Yeah. Camp's been great, you know. My job is a little physically taxing on top of camp, which I went through the same thing in the last 2 camps, so I'm used to it by now, but it's always adding extra stuff to an already kind of like strenuous job and training schedule, because I train hard no matter if I'm camp or not. Like, I'm there every single day. So basically with camp, it's just like increasing the intensity, harder rounds, you know, lots of Shark Tank people. Do you know what Shark Tank is?
Unfortunately.
Okay, yeah. Lots of Shark Tank. And, you know, I'm
out of breath thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with my conditioning.
Yeah, speaking of conditioning, lots of conditioning, running, sprints, Versa climbers. Oh, Versa climbers. We have a Versa climber machine at the
Which
factory.
one is that?
It's like the one where you hold them and your legs are on 2 pegs and you're like straight up, and you do like 30-second sprints on that thing, and it's awful. And
that's the machine I'll avoid.
Yeah.
And the stair, like, do you do the
Stairmaster?
Stairmaster?
Mm-hmm.
You know what blows my mind? That I'll go, like this morning, I'm at the gym I was a little late, 5 a.m. I'm there until 6:45. There was this chick on the Stairmaster when I walked in. And I only know that because she always does the first one.
Yeah.
So I'm walking out, and she's still on there. That's like, is my math right? 6. That's an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's girls for you.
Climbing stairs.
Yeah, girls are notorious for Stairmasters. Like, I can walk on a Stairmaster for so long, and I don't know what it is. I think we're just like built with nice hips, like bigger hips, and it just
actually that may be it, because like for me it's so taxing.
Yeah.
Like, everything starts to hurt. And not only that, I get so bored doing the same thing. Like, that's why running on a treadmill so hard.
I watch Netflix while I'm on there.
Actually, that's not
just
bad.
like walk up the stairs.
If I have like a show, I'll like, I've been watching The Chosen. Have you watched that?
I love The Chosen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, I've been watching that, and like, you get distracted. It's so easy.
Yeah.
And, like, you're like fighting back too. You're like,
yeah.
Jesus. No, but
literally every episode I'm like,
I would highly recommend. And I've read the Bible front to back twice.
Wow.
Not counting random verses or doing devotionals or anything like that. Front to back twice. And I'm on the process of listening to it.
Yeah.
From start to finish. And
That's
watching
awesome.
The Chosen just gave me a whole different perspective as to the man that Jesus may have been, right? Because this is someone's depiction.
Exactly.
Someone's like translation of how they believe. And I'm like, wow, like, how, like, why wouldn't Jesus have a sense of humor?
Exactly.
If we look at the way things happen.
My life is evidence that Jesus has a sense
For
of humor.
sure. I'm like, this makes so much sense. Like, he would have a sense of, like, Simon Peter coming out of the boat. I always thought that was like such a dramatic scene. And it is. It's depicted as that. But like, he doubts for a second, and Jesus is like, yeah, you still doubted.
Yeah.
I'm walking on water. You still doubted.
Yeah.
And he still picks him. I'm like, that's how, if not to compare myself, that's how I'd be. I'm like, my guy.
Yeah.
I'm in a storm on water, and what else do I got to do for you?
Yeah.
Like, come get over here.
Yeah.
But, so I get so bored. But like, when I have a show or something like that, I can. But to be on a Stairmaster for an hour and 45 minutes, like your conditioning has to be insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. I can't even do that.
And you look at them, they're just like,
I do like 30, 45 minutes, but you know, just
it's good for explosion for
it
know.
is.
So like, I can see it. What's the like the single leg warm up that people do when you're going in, you go on the knee, slide up. I don't know what the name for that is.
Like a drop step?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like that, I get so tired doing that, and people just back and forth. I'm like, dude, I do 5 of these and I'm out of breath.
Yeah, that's one thing I am thankful for is like wrestling conditioning is wild. Like the conditioning you got to do to be a wrestler, insanity. And so I'm grateful that I wrestled because it gave me some good conditioning. You know, like it obviously could be better. It could always be better, but you know, I think hard wrestling does that for you. Tuesday night practices at Mat Factory will do that to you.
How are you balancing training with working right now?
By the grace of God. Literally.
Amen.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, how does that look for you? Are you working the same amount of hours? Is that something where you're like, I'm gonna drop back a little bit?
I actually started lately, and I have no idea why this happened. I think it just was the way it worked out with my scheduling with my supervisor. I have been working so many night shifts, like, and that messes me up because I need sleep, you know? And
Very important.
Yeah, I worked a night shift Sunday night and had practice yesterday. Yesterday was a little rough, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Not even because practice was like super hard or anything. It was just genuinely the fact that I was like running off of like 3.5 hour nap.
You hear that, Isaac? Practice wasn't hard.
Oh, don't tell him that. He wasn't there.
Oh, practice was super tough.
Practice was really hard.
No, but this is the way I look at it. If you're training with 3 hours of sleep, when your fight comes and you're hopefully
and I'm fully rested,
like that's an additional, not to say aim to train exhausted.
Yeah.
But think about that, like the mental anguish it takes to not be well rested, but you're training and getting through it. Like you're building that mental resilience.
Yeah.
Maybe there's this layer of training we need to add where you're like
Don't
not
sleep.
sleeping.
Don't sleep.
But look at it in the
work
military.
all night. Go train.
Boot camp.
Yeah.
The first 3 days, you're not sleeping. They call it the red phase. You're going in, they're yelling at you, you're doing paperwork, you're getting your butt shots, you're getting all this stuff. Too strong.
Sorry, I just bumped it.
You didn't hurt her. She's fine. This is Wayfair.
Okay.
But
Wayfair.
but it's all designed to build you, to break you, to build you again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing in camp, right? We're programming, we're training, we're trying to build physical, mental resilience. So I think there's something to be said that you're doing. I mean, not to say if you can rest while in camp, by all means, please do.
Yeah. Your body needs it. Don't do what I'm doing.
Yeah, but you're adding a layer of like
grit. Yeah. That's what I look at it too. And I even said on my Instagram, I was messing around like on my story, and I was like, things I don't recommend doing in fight camp, overnight shifts. And I was just like, but we can do hard things. And that's like essentially what it is. It's like choosing hard, you know?
What are your shifts? Are they 8 hours? Are you 10,
so
12s?
Usually nights are 12s, and then daylight is 8. I work like a 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Or I'll work I'll come in late and do like work till 6 and then go train. Whatever the day holds is what the day holds, you know? And
she's like, what comes shall come.
That's how you
This too shall pass.
Yeah, that's how you gotta be in that job. Like healthcare is crazy and nothing.
I think
ever
any of
goes
those
right.
like service oriented.
Yeah.
Like it's the schedule's crazy. We'll work 12s and then I'm like, hey, someone called off. We need you to stay another 6.
Literally, yeah.
18 hours.
I'll get texted all the time. Hey, we don't have anybody for night shift. Can you come in and work? And I'm like,
do I have a choice? If you're saying there's no one and you texted me,
yeah, like there's really no other option. You know, I'm coming into work.
Well, all about that money though.
For real.
What's your goal for fighting? Like you're doing it. You're amateur. When do you see yourself going pro?
Yeah.
She's like, stupid question. I'm already answering
Yeah,
it.
eventually. I'm gonna enjoy my time as an amateur and make sure I'm ready for it. But that's the goal. I'd love to make it to the UFC one day. I feel like that's a lot of the dream with a lot of fighters. But I'm kind of just here enjoying what I have now. Like I'm enjoying my time as an amateur. I'm staying active. I'm fighting.
It's so crazy because I knew you were newer. I didn't know you were like this new.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already landed a episode on the Relentless Project. No,
what can I say?
But that goes to show you, like, because it's a joke, but not a joke, because like to me, it's like someone's mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and just watching your stuff pop up, I'm like, oh, dude, she's getting after it. She's working. I've heard from you from other fighters and other people who train. They're like, oh, you should get. I won't say them, but they're like, you should get her on. Like she's cool story. She's very driven. I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like I'll sit across someone like that any day.
Oh,
and you're like,
that makes
I'm on
me
my
so
third
happy.
fight. I'm like, okay.
I'm on my third fight, but I've been in the game for a bit.
Well, so I think that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where like that's what matters.
Yeah.
It's like you're new to this realm of things, but you're not new to the industry. You've been doing it for 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. Whole 5.
Yeah, as I said that, I was like, okay, wait, hold on.
Whole 5 of my whole life.
No, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of life you've been living.
Yeah.
A lot of life. No, but so you're looking to get in the UFC, obviously go big. But what does fighting mean to you when we pull the layers back? What does it mean to you?
It means that's a good question. It means a lot.
That's where I usually get people.
Yeah. For me, it gives me just another, like, I'm a creative person. It gives me another outlet to, like, I mean, it's an art, like, it gives me an outlet to be creative, to, express myself. So that's a lot of the reason I love fighting, because it's so individual, like, nobody's going to have the exact same style. Nobody's going to have the exact same outcome in a fight as another person. It's going to look different for everybody, but at the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing, and it's exciting, and I truly just love fighting. Like, and that it sounds weird when you say I love fighting.
I understand.
Yeah, and it gives me also an outlet to, I don't know, like, I have been through a good bit, so like, it just gives me an outlet to put that energy towards, in a positive way. That's not gonna, like, obviously, I say not gonna hurt people, but like, that's the goal. You're trying to hurt people, but like, it's agreed hurting of each other.
It's a consensual
hurting.
We both agree to punch each other in the face.
Exactly.
And that's how I love fighting, but that's how, especially that's how I approach violence. Yeah. Right. Like, whether it comes to me or I bring it on. It's like, yo, you sure you want to do this? Oh, you are. Yeah. Now it's fun.
Yeah.
Right. Now we can get after it.
Yeah.
But when it's not mutually agreed upon, I'm like, nah, because then you're gonna get me in trouble, and I'm not young and dumb anymore, so I pick my battles wisely. But sometimes, you gotta just gotta slug it out. I remember, I don't know if I should talk about this. Was many years ago. I'm at Put-in-Bay. And one thing leads to another, where me and another adult man, so it's all, we look at each other and we're like, yeah, you trying to do this? He gives me the little, and I'm like, well, let's go outside. He goes outside. Dang. I'm like, dude, I'm like giddy. I'm like, dude, it's been a while. Dude, we go outside. Business is handled. and it ends with me on top of this guy. And I'm like, are you done? And he's like, I'm done. And I'm like, all right. So I get up, he gets up, and he shakes my hand. I'm like, holy shit, this is how it should be.
Yeah. Girls are not like that. And sometimes I wish we were. True. But sometimes I wish, like, that, like, brother dynamic where you can beat each other up and, like, 10 minutes later laugh about it.
So that's happened. So we separate. I find this dude at another bar. I'm like, yeah, you want a shot? He's like, fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like now we're drinking
you get
together.
over it, you know?
I'm like, oh, dude, like, but thinking back, like, that's what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially. And like in high school, I always wished that. I was like, I wish these girls who just want to like talk and say stupid stuff and gossip and everything, I wish I could just be like, you want to go handle this outside? Let's go. And you can't do that with girls.
I wish social media was like that.
It's true.
I wish people have social media has made it easy
to be a
for
bully.
people to like just be mean.
Exactly.
You know, and I'm like, not to like toot my horn or anything, but half of you who are talking shit online would never say that to someone's face.
Exactly.
Would never.
Exactly.
So why say it online? Now, if you would
hide.
If you would say it in someone's face, by all means, stand on business. Do what you gotta do. It's your
Yeah.
social media. But like, if you would never say this to another person's face, why do you feel comfortable saying it online?
Exactly.
Like, think about it. You post something, your art, right? No one is gonna walk by as you're painting and go, that's shitty. The strokes are horrible. I don't like you as a person, and then walk by.
Exactly.
But on social media, you post an image, people are,
whatever they
typing.
want.
it's weird to me.
Yeah. It gives them it lets them hide behind a screen, like, because they can't they're not taking account for anything they're doing because they're not actually doing it.
I just want to be like,
You want to go outside?
keep the same energy.
Let's fight.
I actually got into arguments. I don't entertain negativity online. I had time,
Period.
which I'm embarrassed to even talk about. But I'm like, yo, let's come on a podcast. Let's have a conversation about it.
Yeah. I love that mentality.
Deleted everything. I'm like, so I messaged him like, yo, you kind of said some things that rubbed me the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think we should have a conversation.
Yeah.
And that's all I mean by it. I'm not trying to be facetious.
Yeah.
No, you're harassing me. Hold on, dude. You came on my shit
And typed a bunch
and
of
blasted
stuff.
me,
Yeah.
and I'm just trying to have a conversation because, like, in my mind, if we can sit down and you can see the person I am, you're not gonna have these feelings. I hope.
Yeah.
Maybe you could still hate me, whatever. But like, let's have a conversation. Harassment, leave me alone. It's like, okay, pal. Just what I thought.
Like, I think even if you don't agree with somebody, you should be able to have a conversation about it and not hate each other by the end. I have so many friends where, like, maybe some of the stuff they do or say I don't agree with, but it's not my job to judge, and I'm not gonna, like, you're gonna tell me yours, I'm gonna tell you mine, and if we don't see eye to eye on it, guess what? We don't have to see eye to eye on it.
I'll play with my ball over here.
Yeah.
You play with your ball over there.
That's the great thing about freedom. We get to choose, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I just had a whole conversation about this yesterday. Just like, we as humans, how quickly people choose hate.
Exactly.
Oh, and I know it sounds going over love, but no, it's like, how much better would the world be if we're just like, hey, I don't agree with this. Let's say you have to, for some reason, you have to get it off your chest, and you have to tell that person,
Yeah.
hey, I don't agree with what you're doing.
Cool. Move on.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Do you feel better? All right, cool. Go about your day.
Yeah. And I think if, like, truly, like, there's so many things that I'm like, my mom taught me this as a kid. She's like, if you can't get over it, say something. And then if you can have a conversation about it, great. If you don't still end up seeing eye to eye on it, that's okay. But, like, if it's something so bad that you can't just be like, it is what it is, we'll just leave it. You know, that's their thing. I don't agree with it, but, you know, it's okay. Then say something.
Try to have a conversation.
Try to have a conversation about it. But if you won't have a conversation about it to their face and you just go behind their back and talk about it and like talk smack on them all the time, then that's not accomplishing anything. She's like, you either need to get over it or you need to talk to them about it.
Well, that's not a they problem. That becomes a you problem.
Exactly.
If you can't address that person,
Exactly.
but you can talk about it to everyone else,
Exactly.
you're the one with the problem.
Exactly.
And I truly believe that.
I believe that too.
And I'll find myself doing that, like, you know, situations at work or something. I'm like bothered by something, and I'm like, hold on, I didn't even afford the person the opportunity
To explain.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm in the wrong. In the wrong, and I'll go and I'll address it, and then most of the time, I'm like, oh, I had no idea. That's on me.
Yeah.
And I feel dumb because I'm like, dude, I had harbored a little bit of this resentment.
Yeah.
And all I had to do was have a conversation.
Exactly.
And like, that's on me.
I am like such a like, if it's on my mind, I'm gonna say it. Like, and I used to not be like that. I used to like not tell people when things upset me, and then I just like get bitter about it, you know? Like, and it was like ended up being more of a big deal for me than it was for them. And so now if I have something on my mind, I just say it. Like, and like,
I don't like your shoes.
not that kind of stuff.
I think your rash guard is garbage.
Your rash guard is ugly. But like if I genuinely like don't agree with something someone did, I'll just tell them, because I'm like, the chances of them actually knowing they hurt you in the first place are very slim.
Very slim.
They might not even know it offended you, or
but
like,
then in
hurt
our
you.
mind, we're like, they knew it
They
did.
hate
They
me.
did it intentionally. Why do you hate me?
They hate me, and so I'll just straight up say it, you know.
Yeah, and if I say it and you stand on business, now I know where you stand.
Exactly, and
Like-
we can move on with our day and still be nice to each other.
Facts. So you know what I'm going to bring up now.
Yeah.
Only because I think a lot of people, like the females I've had on here, which are not a lot, right? Because it's weird for me to be like, hey, come on my podcast.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, so the females I tend to be fighters, right? Because
Yeah.
they're like, all right, bet.
All right, cool.
You know, yeah, I
Let's
don't
talk.
give a yeah, let's talk. But sadly, share similar experiences
Yeah,
when it involves like either gym culture or training culture.
yeah,
So I think other people listening may be able to hopefully kind of get something from it.
Yeah.
Right. So what is gym culture? Before what is gym culture? How important is gym culture in your training?
it's so important as someone who came from not a great one to one that is wonderful and supportive, and it, you know, a lot of the things the last place I was at wasn't. I realized just how important it is, you know, like when I was in it. And I think it can have a lot to do with how your training goes as well, you know, like if you're having to focus on other things like emotionally, you're not going to get the best out of training. Like if you go to train and you're more focused on someone's behavior or how they're treating you, or like what version of them you're going to get that day, if things are going to be good, if things are going to be bad, you're not going to learn anything. And so I just think especially for women, it's really important too. It's because like, unfortunately, there is a trend with women in gym culture that, you know, it's not always the greatest. And you've had Carly on here to talk about.
Yeah. She's unapologetically upfront about
exactly.
it. Which I respect that a lot, because it can't be easy to talk about.
Absolutely. She's one of the strongest people I've ever met, you know? And so I think because I don't want to say like we're like the lesser gender, you know, like, but
no,
not like that.
No,
but
but I know like this. I just want to take a second to shout out a few companies who believed in me. You know, these were one of our first official sponsors, so huge shout out. Today's episode is proudly sponsored by Carbo Jewelers, established in 1997 on the values of honesty and integrity. Whether you're searching for the perfect piece, need expert repair services, visit Carbo Jewelers in Newark's Ironbound District, where your jewelry is always in safe hands. This episode is also brought to you by Continental Jewelers, proudly serving Hudson County, New Jersey since 1964. Whether you're seeking a timeless piece or need expert repairs, they've got you covered. Visit Continental Jewelers, your trusted source for all things jewelry. You can find them on Instagram at Carbo Jewelers or online at carbojewelers.com. Lastly, big shout out to Carbo Trading. Besides coins, precious metals, and jewelry, if it could be traded and collected, he's probably got it. They can be found on Instagram at carbo.trading. You can find all of our sponsors out online on our sponsor page at therelentlessproject.com. MMA has predominantly been a male-dominated industry.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's cool that a lot of women are coming in and standing on business, right? Because like my first jiu-jitsu experience, I fought for my life with a chick who was about 120 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, and I was around 220, 215, 220. I'm 230 now, if anyone was wondering. No
He's
one
got to
cares.
let everybody know.
No one cares. That's a man thing. It's like, I always will bench this much. No, but I was a bigger guy, right? And in my mind, I'm like, oh, like obviously I don't know jiu-jitsu. Now, when I was fighting, I was a striker and dabbled with ground.
Okay.
Right? So no official ground, right?
Just ground.
That's exactly how we worded it, right? I didn't have a jiu-jitsu curriculum. I didn't have a wrestling curriculum.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, we're on the ground now. This is what you do.
I'm going to lay on top of you.
Yeah, this is
and
what you
punch
do.
Yeah.
Right? So we went through principles, framing and all, but it wasn't structured in a way like a jiu-jitsu class is or jiu-jitsu courses. So when I started jiu-jitsu, they would ask, do you have any jiu-jitsu experience? And my answer was always, no, absolutely not. Because I didn't want to even pretend. Yeah. Right? So I come in, I've had my fair share of bad gym experiences, but I end up at Stout. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, there's like 50 people here in one class.
Mm-hmm. They got big classes.
And I'm like, shit. So I walk in and I get paired with a female. And I stand on business. I own my shit, right? First thought that pops into my mind is like, oh, okay, I should be fine. We're doing the techniques, the drill, and I'm like, wow, this is like not easy, but I'm like, oh, this is manageable. Like, it's not as scary, than her, so right? Like it's not as scary as I thought it was gonna be. And then at the end of class, we have our live, right? Yeah. I'm like, it's fixed, so it's even better, right? Because I'm not just going off the top of my head, which is nothing. Yeah. Right? Like, oh, I got to start in this position. If we get out of this position, we reset. Yeah. Okay, cool. This is not as scary as I thought. I got this. There was a point in time where I'm standing and I'm like trying to peel her off of me, and then another arm comes and I'm like, why am I standing? I'm getting really tired. I'm getting really hot. Yeah. I'm getting really lightheaded. Right? So then I go to my knees and I'm like, oh, there's this thing I can do when I like want it to stop. So I tap, and she's like, "Oh man, great job."
She was so nice to you.
I almost died. What do you mean, great job? Yeah. She's like, "No, not good job." Like, all right, let's do it again. Yeah. Like, oh, this is gonna. And then right there, I noticed I was like, this is gonna be the longest journey of my life. Yeah. All that to say, like, more and more women are coming in. More and more women are doing great. But however, like anything, there's good and bad, right? Churches, of course. Right? Literally. Churches. You go to a bad church, it defines all of Christianity, all of Christians. Literally. And that, so many problems. And I'm the biggest church critic. I'll knock a church immediately, right? Because I think you have to be a better example. If you want to lead people to Jesus, you have to be an example, a good example, right? You can't be doing some stupid shit and then being like, oh, well, no, Jesus loves me. But like that means you should probably be better. Yeah. Right? Like, exactly. If you love your parents, you're not going to be walking around shitting on your parents, right? If they loved you and respected you and done good for you, being a good example is a testament to how good your parents are. Exactly. And that's the same way it is with Jesus. Like, Jesus, God's our father, and like being a good example of him is like the ultimate goal. It's the ultimate, like that's the only commandment he gave us. Exactly. Like, but like with gyms, right? You want to be a good example of your gym. You have to be a fair training partner. You have to be cool, calm, collected. You have to respect others. You have to respect others. Yeah. You can't be weird. Yeah. Not to say that that's anyone's situation. I'm just from things I've heard. Yeah. So your experience only. Yeah. How you felt, and then this is a big disclaimer because anyone listening, I don't want to be like, that's not what. No one can knock what you felt. Yeah. What was your experience? That's the only thing I want to talk about. What I went through. It's you. Because like there's two sides to every story. Absolutely. And I believe other people have their full right to feel the way they feel about a situation, and if they have a problem with it, with me and anything, just like come see me. No, talk to me about it. I will talk all day with you about a situation that happened. But if you're not going to talk to me, it kind of gives me a sign that maybe I wasn't, all in the wrong, And so, or as guys like to live crazy. Yeah, like I wasn't crazy, That's the big word now. Like, you disagree with someone, man, they were crazy. Crazy. Yeah.
So I went through a pretty rough gym experience, disclaimer, I was not sexually assaulted at all. I don't want to like bring that into the idea of something.
Okay, well
and
that's
like,
good because like that's
unfortunately what happens to a lot of
stories,
women.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like accuse anybody along those lines, but I do think that there are still other kinds of abuse, like mental and emotional abuse, and that can take a big toll on you as well, So I was at a gym, and I'm not going to say the gym's name because I'm not here.
I would hope not.
Revenge is not my...
I'm just the host.
Revenge is not what I'm wanting to talk about. But I dealt with a coach that there was like two different sides to him. There was like when I was doing what he wanted me to do, and I'm talking about not just in the gym, I'm talking about in my personal life and the things I was doing outside the gym and people I was dating, and he was involved in all of that, which I think as a 15-year-old girl, I think that's a little inappropriate, So unfortunately, if I was doing what he said I was supposed to be doing, I got like the best friend, great coach side of him. And then if I was not doing what he wanted me to do, I was ignored at class. Like he wouldn't coach me. He'd take away competitions from me as punishment for things, like because I competed a lot of jiu-jitsu, if I went to church instead of training, that was like a big thing. Like, and my dad's a pastor, so that was not really my choice.
Yeah, well, not even that.
It's and it's my faith.
Yeah.
So I should have a choice in whether I go to church or not. So things like that, it was just a rough situation, and it was so emotionally taxing because I was so focused. Like, I loved training, but I was so focused on like what version I was going to get of him that day that like I wasn't like learning anything, and I wasn't like growing in the sport because I was just like so focused on the emotional side of things. And I'm like, this is a gym. Like, you're my coach. You're not my father. You're not my boyfriend. You're not anything.
I was just going to say, it's giving
toxic relationship.
Like controlling relationship where it's like, I'm not beating you, but if you're not doing what I want you to do, then I'm going to create friction.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be...
Yeah.
I'm trying to without knowing the situation, I'm trying to navigate it.
Yeah.
Full disclosure. But like oftentimes, even from friends, I hear stories like this with guys. Mm-hmm. And it's not that I'm naive, but I'm like, there's no way dudes are like there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no, then
inevitably.
Shit you not.
Yeah.
Yep. Dudes are weird.
Yeah. So,
but it's like, I mean, that blows my mind. So you're in this, you're young.
I am like 15 and 16 is primarily when it got like 16 is when it got really bad. 17, it was a little bad, but I was getting older and I was learning to like stick up for myself a little bit, which also caused major problems because I started saying no. Like, I started being like,
who are you to challenge me? I'm the coach. Mm-hmm. I'm the teacher.
And the thing was always like, it's loyalty above all. You have to trust me to know what's best for you, and you have to be loyal to me. And it was never like, loyalty goes both ways.
Well, loyalty is,
it's like,
if you're demanding loyalty,
if you have to
it's
demand
already gone.
it,
like it's not worth it.
It's not.
Like when's the last time, not to throw him on a stake, but like when's the last time Isaac demanded you to be loyal?
Literally never.
It's just something
we're
that
loyal to him because he leads by example.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's someone you'll follow through a fire.
Yeah, I will die on a hill for Isaac
and he's never asked you to do that.
He's never asked for it.
Hell, I'd die on a hill for Isaac, and I don't even train there.
Yeah,
but like just the love he showed me every time from the episode. He had I don't even know if I can say, he had a fighter that he was training there. And I don't know how the relationship is, so just out of respect. And we filmed the podcast, and it's like, hey, you want to come train? I'm like, well, dude, I know you got someone you're preparing for a big fight. Like, I don't want to. And this is partly me, like, I ain't gonna lie, little bitch brain kicking in. I'm like,
I don't know if I want to go.
You got Cody Gamble over there. You got a couple of black belts, brown belts, and then you got this, you know, this profile fighter over there that you need to focus on. He's like, nah, dude, don't, like, come on over.
Yeah.
And I had worn my rash guard, you know, because I'm in a jiu-jitsu gym. So I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. I'm like, I got no excuse. I got to do it.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if you saw it. There was a video. This was a while ago, but he films me puking. And I have a hernia that goes into the diaphragm. I forget what's hiatal.
Hiatal hernia. Yeah.
So I get like weird stomach issues at times. So I'm training with I'm with Cody Gamble, and we're like rolling. And I'm like getting lightheaded, and like the room's closing, and my stomach. I just get this pain in my stomach, and I'm like, oh, dude, I don't know what's going on. So like round ends, and I like sit back. I'm like, I'm gonna take this one off. I'm trying to like gather my wits. And Isaac comes up to me. First thing he goes, hey, you good? I'm like, yeah. I don't know. Like something's going on with my stomach. Nah, I was just tired.
Yeah.
I was just tired because as soon as I get up, I'm like, I gotta puke. I go out and puke. He's like filming me laughing. I'm like, oh, I feel better. So I go back in and keep training. But he got it on camera.
I have thrown up after a good amount of Tuesday night wrestling practices. Those will get me every time.
But good dude. And every time I see him after any show, any fight, any promote, always make sure to say what's up to me.
Yeah.
Hey, how you been? How you doing? Very intentional. Like, there's not a lot of people like that. So when you find people who have genuine intentionality,
literally,
it's rare.
And I like to say, like, Isaac acts like, you know, like if the goal is being like an image of God, like the way Isaac behaves with everything he does, his business, his gym, his relationships with people, like you don't have to wonder if Isaac's a good person because Isaac demonstrates that he's a good person over and over again. Unfortunately, the last place I was at, that person tried to convince people that he was a good person, and you know, like evidence was showing that it wasn't. We had so many women leave that gym, and like that should be a first sign that there's a problem. Like if you can't keep a woman in your gym, like that's not a great sign for you.
Well, women are very in tune with things. They're very emotionally intelligent.
Exactly.
Like we as men, like I've been guilty of it. I'll be like, no, dude, we're cool. We're good. Meanwhile, dude fucking hates my guts.
Yeah.
But like to me, I have thick skin, so I don't take things personal. So a jive can be a joke to me. I'm like, oh yeah, haha. Yeah. I'm like, oh, we're cool, we're good. Meanwhile, dude fucking hates my guts.
Yeah.
You know? It's like we're not as in tune with our situations like that.
Yeah.
Where women are.
And like I feel like most men like go into a gym and they're there for the gym experience. Like, you know, you train hard, you leave. Like, and I was so young at the time and I was so new in the world of like MMA and like training and everything, like because I had never done anything like before I was 15. I had never done anything related to this sport at all. Like that was all my first experience with it. So I was kind of like, oh, so is this the way it's supposed to be? Like I'm supposed to listen to him inevitably no matter what situation I'm in, like personal or like I think I was naive. I was young and I was.
Well, you were young.
Yeah.
With that, everyone's naive when young.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, oh, this is the way it's supposed to be. If I want to fight one day, this is the way it's got to be. You know, like.
And common sense, or which is not common sense, but like you're in a fighting environment where it's tough, right? It's seen as tough. And so like, it'll almost like, oh, okay, this makes sense that this is the enviravement.
Yeah.
When in reality, I know, like.
It doesn't have to be like that.
It's not at all.
Yeah.
Like we're laughing, we're having a good time in the community. Even while training, we're rolling. People are like getting choked out and with a smirk on their face because it's fun. It's fun. When you're in the right environment with the right people, it's fun.
Exactly.
Or it can be
like
fun.
Hard work is enjoyable when you're doing it in the right place with the right people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hard work was never enjoyable because it was like. And, like, I do, obviously, we're in this sport, and we cut weight, and it's not great for us, obviously, that. So, I don't like talking about, like, eating disorders, like, you know, like, because it's like a touchy subject, because it's like technically if you were looking from a like medical standpoint, what we do to make weight is technically like disordered eating. But
yeah, it's can be unhealthy.
It can be unhealthy. But like I was like struggling with stuff like eating disorders while I was actively training, and it was all just because of like that person telling me that I needed to lose weight because I was too heavy, and I was like 15 years old, and I think girls are a lot more emotional, so I think it does something different to a girl when like a full-grown man tells them that they need to lose weight. And I wasn't even heavy. I was like I'm like what I weigh. I was like what I weigh right now, and at the time, and being told I needed to lose weight. So I don't think I was fat. Like looking back on it now, I wasn't chunky in the least, but I was like running and practicing on an empty stomach every day. Like, and that was terrible. Like, and I was training on an empty stomach, and I used to, do you know what glucose tablets are?
Essentially sugar tablets.
Sugar tablets. Yeah. So the only way I made it through practice is if I had like 2 of those, because I wouldn't eat before practice.
Insulin spikes.
And so like, that's just like, and it makes me sad to think about, like, because I know nutrition now. Like, I work with a nutritionist for camps and everything like that, and I've learned a lot. And also working in the medical field, you learn how important nutrition is. And I look back on that now, and I was like, the kind of like jumps I could have been making in my training had I been fueling myself properly and like eating good foods and training hard with the right nutrition. I'm like, that makes me sad to think about that version of me that, like, you know, I had like, I would go all day and I would not eat a single thing. Like, or I would have like a half a piece of chicken and an orange, and then that's all I would have all day at school. Like, that's what I brought for lunch every day, and that's all I would eat every day. And an intense amount of caffeine, because I couldn't stay awake through school to save my life. Like, I slept through school all the time. So I was like, because I was exhausted. I had no food in my system. I was so tired. And so I would drink a crazy amount of caffeine, which kept me like spiked in energy, and then crash, spike,
like
and
up, down
all day. And
well, you're doing that with your caffeine. You're doing that with your sugar.
Exactly. So, and then, which is so unhealthy for you. Like, it's so bad for you.
Oh yeah. Like I hear, you know, fasted versus not fasted training.
Yeah.
It's like the best approach I've come, in my opinion, is, you know, a balanced nutrition. We hear that a lot, but what does that mean? But like, you know, fasted, like that stuff only matters, in my opinion, when you have a weight goal.
Exactly.
i.e. for a fight. Stuff like that.
I wasn't making weight for stuff, and I was eating this way. So like, that's kind of what tells me that like there was some disordered eating habits in there, because I was like not having to make weight for stuff, but behaving like I had to make weight for stuff. And then I would go through these phases where like I would get so hungry at night I couldn't even sleep. So I'd stand in front of the fridge and eat everything like all at once, because I'd just like binge on everything. And it was just like, and then I'd feel guilty for it and not eat anything the whole day the next day.
Yeah, so it's this cycle that repeats.
Yeah. So like, and I don't think like, I don't want to like blame anybody. Like, nobody gave me that, you know, like nobody made me eat that way. But I think a lot of it was like emotionally just how it came out.
Well, that's your response to something that was
happening. Yeah. And unfortunately, like, I wasn't talking about it either. Like, because I wasn't talking about what was going on with my parents, because he would tell me, don't tell your parents I said this. Don't tell your parents that this is the way it is.
See, and as a parent,
he would always go, I'm not asking you to hide things from your parents, but you should probably not tell them this. And I'm like, so you are asking me to hide something.
I'm just saying this. If that ever came out with my daughter,
you'd mess people up.
I'm fucking try.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the best, but I will fucking try to do some things I probably can't say online.
Yeah.
Like, we have, like, well, this is a conversation. Let me settle down.
Getting fired.
My whole thing, it's just like, we are put in positions, like, there's nothing that ticks me off more than someone in a
leadership
position that takes advantage of it, either intentionally or not intentionally, right? Because intentionally, you're an asshole. You're just an asshole. Unintentionally, you should be checked and you should do things to correct that.
Yeah. And if it's unintentional, you should have enough like wherewithal to know that you're in the wrong place. Like you're not doing that's
like,
not right.
That comes with like coaches, teachers. You're in a position to teach something. That doesn't make you the teacher of everything.
Yeah, that doesn't make you God.
Yeah, like we get and I'm repeating what I was told by a black belt. We get a black belt, and then we think that we have all of life's answers, and we try to project life onto people. No, you know jujitsu, like that's what you and if you are a mentor to someone, that comes because of your life experience, and usually when you follow people like that and you listen to people like that, it's because they have good intention and they mean well.
Yeah.
If you have to force it down somebody, you probably shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Or just stick to the four walls of the gym.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, had it only been stuff like related to my training, that would have been fine. Like,
it's like, this is what I'm trusting you with. I guess
he was my coach. I'll listen to you if you say I'm not ready. If you say like, I'm not working hard enough, if you say something like that. But if you're talking to me about who I can and can't date, and you're a grown man talking to a 16-year-old, you know, like.
And now I have my own reason or ideas as to why, but like, why do you think this was happening?
Well, he always told me there was only one person I was allowed to date, and that was my male training partner. That was also like one of my best friends. And he said, unless it's him, you can't date anybody else. And that was so confusing to me because number one, it was like my main training partner. So I didn't want to do that in the first place because like, what if it doesn't work out? It gets really weird.
Yeah, now my training suffers, everything suffers.
Yeah, everything suffers if this doesn't work out. And so it was constantly like pushed down my throat, like this is the person I should be with, when neither of us wanted to be with each other. Like, and so that caused another kind of like tension, you know, like now I'm feeling awkward with my training partner.
Yeah, it's real weird.
Yeah, now I'm feeling awkward with my training partner, and we're joking about it, but it's not a joke because you bring it up every 5 seconds because it's like all you want. And I don't know if he was like, the relationship between us three was really weird. Like me and my training partner were really good friends, but like we only ever hung out in the gym. Like we were close friends in the gym because we were training partners. And then he was like, he'd behave like he was our age, even though we were both like teenagers. And so it was like a dynamic of like best friends. And then like he'd all of a sudden get really like upset about something I was doing. And then it was my training partner and him best friends, but now I was being talked to by two people. Like it would just like, that's the dynamic that shifted all the time. Like he'd get upset at me, he'd ignore me, he wouldn't train me. I'd tell my training partner like, hey, this is happening. And then like nothing would ever get solved. It would just eventually get a little better when I started doing things that he approved of again. Like
that's a weird position to be put in for anyone, especially a child.
Exactly.
Like you're a child.
I look back on it now and I wish I could like take me now because I know now, like I know what I don't take. Like
good.
That taught me a lot, and I'm so grateful for that experience because it actually taught me a ton. And I wish I could take me now and like protect me then, if that makes sense.
Okay, how about take you now and help someone who may be going through that, who's listening? What advice would you give someone, especially younger females? Because I'm going to call a spade a spade. Yeah. What advice would you give younger females who may be in a position like that and don't know what to do? Because you didn't know what to do. Like, how do you approach that now, knowing what you know?
If something feels off, say something to someone who can do something about it. like, if you get a weird feeling of something and, like, you're like, oh, I don't think they should be involved in that or saying something about that, either tell them, like, you can still stand up to an adult, even as a kid. If you don't, like, it's not always, I'm a child, I have to respect everything you say. Sometimes, you know, if you're uncomfortable with something, state that you're uncomfortable with them, because then they won't take advantage of where you didn't say anything. Like,
I had no idea.
I had no idea you felt this way. I wouldn't have done it had you said something to me. No. Say something in the first place. And if you don't feel comfortable saying something to them, say something who can do something about it.
Well, this is the leader of my school. This is the main coach. Like, who do I say something to?
Parents. I could have avoided a lot of what was going on had I just told my parents what was going on. But I was kind of in the mindset of, like, this is my thing. They wouldn't understand. They wouldn't understand because this is the way it's supposed to be, you know? And that's, like, so unfortunate. But, like, had I just mentioned, hey, this is going on, they would have instantly been like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, or that's not normal.
Yeah, that's not normal for somebody to do. And, like, there was a few times where I would, like, be doing something, like, especially with, unfortunately, it affected my, like, dating life a lot because I was not allowed to date anybody who he did not approve of. So I would...
That is wild to me. That is...
Yeah. It's unfortunate. But I would be like, I don't know if I like this guy. I don't really want to talk to him anymore. And it would be such a fast switch up for my parents. They're like, 10 minutes ago, you liked him. I'm like, no, I don't know if I like him. I don't want to be with him. And it would, like, switch instantly. And it was because I was told, like, don't date that person. And so there was a few times where they were like, you know, you don't have to listen to everything he says. And I'm like, no, it's not about him. That's not about, he didn't say anything. That's fine. It was about him. And it was about the situation I was going in. And the fact that every guy I ever dated got absolutely blasted. Even if they didn't know the guy, he blasted everybody wanted to date. Like, would just say terrible things about them. And I was just like, you don't even know them. Like, why are you making fun of them? And then it was like,
it puts a riff in
plant a seed
yes.
in my brain of, like, oh, maybe he's right. Maybe this is a loser. Maybe I shouldn't date him. Even though the guys that I was, like, interested in were really great guys.
He
and I
just
feel
wants
really bad.
what's best for if any of you are listening,
if you experienced me in high school, I apologize to you.
I thought you were gonna go into, if you've experienced this, call 1-800.
Yeah, for real though. You might need some help after dating me in high school.
Oh, I'm not trying to make light of the situation, but
yeah. No, I'm okay with joking about it. Yeah,
you live and you learn, and so tell someone. I.e., probably parents, especially if you're a child. Like,
yeah,
I was a child once, and I thought I knew it all.
Yeah,
and man,
and it's easier. It's easier said than done. Like, telling someone, tell somebody. Like, that's so. Like, I don't even like doing that because it's, like, harder than it sounds.
It is, but it's not hard. It's simple.
It's simple.
It's tough to do.
It's hard to do, but it's simple.
But it's simple.
Yeah,
and I get it. Like, our brain has a weird way of, like, our brain is very powerful.
Oh yeah.
For good and for bad.
Yeah.
Right? Like, our brain has a weird way of making us feel alone in a room full of people.
Yep. I experienced that every day.
Yeah.
I had such close friends that had no clue what was going on behind the scenes with this person, and we were, like, really close. Like, and the second I told those friends what was going on, they were like, get out. They're like, you need to leave. Like, get out of this place. But had I just maybe said something earlier, they could have told me that a lot earlier. But, like, I felt so alone, even though I had, like, really great friends there. I still do. I still have a great group of friends there, but I wasn't talking about it.
Yeah. Why do you think, and you're like, why do you think that is?
I think part of it was not knowing that it wasn't normal for the culture. Like, because it was my first time experiencing anything with, like, training and everything. I thought that's just how it was for a while. And, like, I didn't like how how it made me feel. Like, it made me feel very uncomfortable. But I was like, maybe I am just sensitive, because he'd tell me that all the time. Like, I'm just being a girl. Like, whenever I would like say something,
You're just a girl.
I am just a girl. That's like my whole MO now. Yeah, I am just a girl. And he'd be like, you need to not be emotional like these other girls. Like, you're not normal. You need to be different. And I'm like, okay, so I just got to get tougher, I guess. And I have my own, like, I just don't want to assume something that's horrible, but I think this was going down a path that. So did my therapist. So
okay. Therapy.
Yeah.
That's a good segue.
Yeah.
Because I would say we all need therapy.
Oh,
but,
agreed.
But like, I think we train our muscles in the gym. We train our skills in the gym. We train things. We train everything. Mm-hmm. We ignore our mind, right?
Exactly.
So like, what is therapy? What role has therapy played in your life, in your situations?
Yeah. Therapy helped me out so much. Like, it kind of got me out of that situation, because I started going to therapy while I was still going to the gym. Like, I wasn't there as much because I started wrestling kind of to get away from it. But so I was wrestling a lot, so I wasn't there as much. And I was still dealing with even though I wasn't in there, I was still dealing with the repercussions. Like, he was still texting me every day and all that kind of stuff. And
so he was texting you?
Oh, yeah. That's the main way we communicated. Like, either text messages or DMs. Like, all day, every day. He'd send me reels. He'd send me all that kind of stuff.
A child.
16 years old. 15, yeah. Yeah. So I was still dealing with him being in my life, even though I didn't want him in it anymore. And I was going to therapy while I was still actively going there. And my therapist was like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you still there? And I'm like, I want to train. Like, I love my sport. I just want to train. And I was like, if I can figure out how to deal with him and not take and like ignore him, or like not take what he says personally, I'm like, then I'll be okay and I'll be able to train still. But you can't grow in an environment that doesn't water you. Like, you can't do it. If it's killing you and you are going through something so mentally hard, you can't stay there, or else you're just you're basically asking for poison is what you're asking for. Like, and that's kind of like,
we're not even asking for it, but you're allowing yourself to ingest this poison.
Exactly.
Well, you're not asking for it, but it's like, you're also not.
You're not getting away from it.
Yeah, it's like.
And so she was like, you need to stop going there. And I was like, but how am I supposed to train? She's like, that's not what's important right now. Training's not important. You're not okay. Yeah, you're like, we talked about a lot about the eating stuff. So she was like, you're not okay. Like, you go through weight fluctuations at an unhealthy level. She's like, and it's from this restrict binge cycle you go on. Like, you'll restrict for a bunch of days, lose a bunch of weight, and then you'll get tired of it and your body can't handle it anymore, and then you eat it all back. And she's like, that's not normal for someone to fluctuate 15 pounds in like a matter of like a week and a half. She's like, that's not normal.
Was she able to like help you like dissect all that?
Yeah. So,
lack of a better term, I didn't realize that.
She did.
Puns.
She helped a lot. And she's like, she pointed out things to me that like I think I subconsciously knew, but I didn't want to admit to myself. Like,
she helped put that confirmation.
It wasn't I'm too emotional or crazy anymore. She goes, this is not normal. Normal people don't go through this. Like, obviously everybody goes through hard things, but she's like, this is not physically normal. Like, you should not be losing and gaining this much weight that fast. She's like, you're doing damage to yourself. And she's like, also, you need to focus. You're about to go to college. Like, this was like the summer. I started going to therapy like a little bit before the summer I went to college. She's like, you're about to go into college. And if you don't like figure out what's going on right now, she's like, going to college won't like help. You'll bring everything with you. And she's like, because it's all in your head right now. Like, it's emotional, it's mental. you're not mentally well, you're not physically well. You're about to go into college wrestling, which is such a demanding sport for your body. And she's like, and if you can barely get through jiu-jitsu practice without 2 sugar tablets, then you're not going to be okay. And I was like, oh.
Big reality check.
So I have a problem.
So like, you're saying there's a problem.
So you're saying something's not right.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. So the summer before I went to college, I wasn't in the gym that I had been in. I kind of like distanced myself, and I was like, I just need to focus on wrestling because that's what I'm doing in college, and I'm leaving soon, so I need to take some time off because, of course, I wasn't ready to talk about what was actually bothering me.
I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah.
So you severed that by putting distance.
Yeah.
Which I think is a very good idea. If you're not ready to confront something, you know, it's like when you're getting electrocuted, right? Like you can't let it go. Right?
Yeah.
But you need to sever that connection.
Yeah.
And then you let go. So but maybe putting that distance in there for someone who's listening, maybe that's a start, right?
Yeah.
Like sever that connection slowly by, hey, I need some time. I need some time for whatever.
Yeah.
And then that allows you to kind of approach it from an outside perspective. Like, oh man, maybe this distance has cleared up a lot of things for me.
Yeah. I saw a lot when I like stepped back. It was like not there. 'Cause I feel like sometimes when you're in the situation, you don't see how bad it is until it's really bad. And then when you need help, which is what I needed help with. Because I was having like full-blown panic attacks before practices sometimes. Because I was like so stressed out. And like my face was like covered in, like mind-body connection is a real thing. Like my face was covered in acne. I had no energy. I was sleeping all day. And like all of that stuff was going on. And when I stepped back from it and severed that connection for a little bit, I was like, oh my goodness, like I see a lot now because my skin started clearing up. and
I guess
that's a sign.
First sign.
That's the first sign. And I was talking to my therapist about it. I was like, does my skin look really good to you? And she goes, yeah, it does. And I was like, I've changed nothing.
I'm healed.
I'm better. And she's like, you're not better.
She's
and
like,
I was like,
sit down.
She's like, we got a lot to talk about.
Notebook comes out. And you're like, what are you putting in there?
Yeah. What are you writing down there?
What are you writing down in there?
Yeah. But I was like, my acne started clearing up and I was actually eating and, you know, like just getting away from that stress started making like big jumps for me. Like just getting away from it.
The normal things you weren't doing are now being done.
Yeah. Like I was eating a good amount of food. Like between high school, my senior year, like the pictures are wild. The pictures are so crazy because my senior year, I was like so small, and like that was from like what I was doing to my body. It was not a healthy small. And then the summer that I was in therapy and I was like learning how to like eat right again and learning all that stuff and going to therapy and getting help, it was like I gained like 25 pounds from like that in one summer. And it wasn't like the unhealthy fluctuation of like I'm binging. It was like, oh, she's actually eating now and her body's just like absorbing it, you know, taking the energy she's finally given it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And now that you're use it to...
I'm like swole now, you know?
You're going to rip the shirt.
I know. No, I did put this on this morning and the sleeves were a little tight and I was like,
ooh.
I'm just like a little buff now.
Buff Barbie. Is
yeah.
that a hashtag?
For real.
So this is a question that... How do I word this? Like, in speaking with therapists and professionals, they usually, this is a theme I've seen that is an interesting take. If that person came in or decided to have a conversation with you, first of all, would you entertain a conversation?
Yeah.
And then what would, if you can tell them anything, what would you tell them? It's a tough one, I know, and I'm uncomfortable asking it.
It's okay. It's just like hard to answer because like you think about it all the time. You think about what you would have done differently, or like said differently, or said something, or like stood up for yourself differently. I actually did this exercise with my therapist. She had me write a letter.
See? Okay.
She had me write a letter to him, like of things I would say. And
you don't have to get into all that.
Yeah. It was hard. And that was like, it was really hard because I actually had to put down into words as to what I felt. And I think I would tell him that like, right now, I don't have any like resentment against him, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay. Like, I came out of it and I got better. And I'm in a great place now. And I'm actually thankful for that experience because it taught me how to stand up for myself, what I don't take from people, that I will never beg for someone to pay attention to me or to choose me or to like love me. If I have to beg for your love, I don't want it. And so I have no resentment for him. And I'm thankful for that experience because it taught me a lot. So I'd probably tell him like, I don't appreciate the things you did. I'd tell him straight up, like, here's what you did. Here's what it made me feel. I'd tell him straight up how I felt. Like, because I think he deserves the chance to hear it directly, that's how I felt. And if he wanted to have a conversation about, like, what he thought he was doing, that's okay, too. Like, I tell him that, you know, he probably should not do the things he did. And if he wants to still do that, that's a testament to who he is as a person. But I tell him to not text young girls on and be involved in their personal life.
That is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, part of me wants to know. I have a very, very soft spot for kids.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Just because of like everything that goes on.
Exactly.
You know?
And like,
not to say that was that situation,
yeah.
But I think this is a slippery slope.
Yeah. Which is why I like don't want to sit here and accuse someone of something that.
Yeah. I totally get it. And that's why I'm like.
So, yeah, like, it's a hard line to toe because I think I got out at the right time. But had I not, I don't know what would have happened.
We don't know.
So
we don't know.
Exactly.
But like as a grown man, I'm assuming this was a grown man. Someone
42.
Okay, 40? So grown man.
40.
A very, very grown man. Like you should be giving men like me advice. Because I'm in my 30s. So like you're you know, the older you get, the wiser you should be.
Mm-hmm.
As a grown man, we are called, and this is my opinion, we are called to protect women and children.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I believe that.
That is the epitome of. So like when war occurs, when you want to take over something, who are the people you attack to get rid of a nation? The women.
Yeah.
And then the children. Usually you have to get through the men, right? The men are there to stop that from happening.
Yeah.
Because if you kill a man, another man comes in his place. You know, and that's extreme. So
yeah.
In my mind, we're called to protect women and children. Not that they're lesser than or anything like that, but our role, like we have different roles, equally both important. And together, unstoppable force.
Yeah.
So when a man takes his role and completely goes by the wayside and abuses it,
yeah,
it really strikes a chord, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. And I have a really good friend there, and she had like a young daughter, and I was seeing kind of like the same trends happening with that. Like she was like 12 or 13, and I was like, her mom is involved in the gym, Like, her mom is there all the time because she trains too. And I was like, I'm so thankful her mom's there. Like, I literally thought that thought. I was like, because her mom will stand up for her child. Like,
If she knows.
It's true. Like, but she's very involved, and they're never there without each other. So, and she controls what she consumes on the online and everything. And I'm like, I'm so happy that her mom's there, because maybe, you know, she won't go through some of the same stuff I went through, you know? And I was just like, if I'm thinking that, like, come on. Like, that's so sad.
And you may not know the answer to this. What was this energy the same with the young men of the gym?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Because that was one of the main problems we had. I'm like, why? Because my training partner was a guy, and we were the same age. So I was like, why don't you treat him like this? Why don't you say this stuff to him? And it was always, oh, he's different. He's different. And I'm like, okay. And then it was, you should be more like him. I'm like, oh, I'm not a man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm not a man.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm a girl.
I am not a boy. I am a girl.
I literally would tell him that. I was like, I'm a girl. And he's like, I know, but you should behave more like him. And I'm like, I don't want to. I'm just a girl. Back to that. I'm just a girl. Literally, why do you think I always just say that? Like, it's in my Instagram bio for a reason. I'm like,
that's funny.
I'm just vibing being a girl after told I should behave like a man for 4.5 years of my life.
No, but like, behave like a girl.
Exactly.
Behave like the Carlys and the Olivias and the Brits and the, like,
they're wonderful women. And that's another thing.
They're scary women.
Strong women.
Yeah.
Oh, I love female friendships. I had none when I was at that gym. Like, I had like training partners that I was like close to, but outside the gym, I had no female friends, because it was put in my mind that like girls were stupid. That's what he would tell me all the time. Like, girls were emotional and stupid and blah, 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 and I shouldn't behave like them. So then I'm going and carrying that out into the world with trying to make friends.
But that's not your identity at all or anything. Like, you're not a woman or a girl at that point.
Yeah.
So now you're telling me who I am and what I am is stupid.
Yeah, literally.
How does that help a 16-year-old girl develop?
I don't know. But then I got to the Math Factory, and Cheyenne and Carly are like my best friends. And I'm like, this is what I was missing? Strong female friendships. Like, I love this. We go out, and on the days we're not punching each other, we go and we paint stuff together. And I'm like, that's so
Carly
fun.
paints.
We did a paint and
sip. Put her
sip.
on blast now.
We did a paint and sip together. And like me, Cheyenne, and Carly, and we painted our dogs. And it was the funnest thing ever.
What else would you paint?
Exactly. We love our dogs. And she was like working on hers, and we were running out of time, and she hadn't even started on her dog's mouth. And she looks at me, she's like, Olivia, how fast can you paint my dog's mouth? And I'm like, we had 8 minutes left. And I was like, 8 minutes? And she's like, okay, I'll work on the bottom half, you work on the top half, because I'd already finished mine. And so she's like on the bottom painting hers, and I'm on the top painting her dog's mouth. I felt like we were in one of those cooking shows, you know, when they're like counting down and everybody's plating things.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I felt. I was like,
and then inevitably it falls apart. Yeah. So now they have to put it back together.
Literally, I was like speed painting, and then she's like, all right, guys, that's time. And me and Carly were like, yeah, we did.
You're sweating at the end, like you just did a couple rounds.
Yeah, literally, we were just like so stressed out, but we got it done.
I would say, did it come out?
And it turned out great. It looks so cute. They did cool. So good.
Yeah, I've always one thing I want to look into is the ceramic.
Oh, like painting ceramics, or
no,
like
you do the pottery.
Yeah,
I speak 2 languages. Pottery, where you can like do pottery and then sip, like that. That'd be so cool to me.
That'd be so fun.
Every time I think of pottery, you ever watch Ghost? It's probably a little.
Yeah.
You have. Okay, so that one scene where
they're like,
that's what I think about when I think of pottery.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm weird.
Funny.
But it's just funny. Like, just what's the song that I forget the song.
I don't remember the song, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it's like that famous scene. Anytime I see a pottery place, that's the first thing I think. I'm like, Ghost.
I think everybody thinks about that. I think every girl dreams about doing that with her boyfriend.
Ghost, yeah.
True.
If you haven't, you have no clue what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Go look it up.
Go watch Ghost.
It's
depressing.
Yeah. R.I.P. Patrick Swayze. But Yeah, that movie was like, and faith. It's faith and
Yeah,
sort of in the end.
Kind of, yeah.
They kind
Yeah.
of dabbled with it.
Yeah.
Um, how has this community that you've built, right? You've mentioned this community. Like, how does that impact your approach now in training, your approach now with work, your approach with life? Because you're young, you're getting
Yeah.
started. Like life is
It's exciting.
yeah, it's getting into place. So like, what can people expect next from you, and how has this community you've built play into your plans?
Yeah. The community, I don't feel like I've built anything. I think God's given me this community. Like, it was just, he knew what I needed and handed it to me. Because it's like,
He's like, girl, I need you. You need extra. Here's,
yeah, like, here's a few
here's
extra
Carly,
people.
Here's Cheyenne. Do you need anyone else?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, girl, we're going to hook you up real good with some good people. And I was like, but they push me, first of all, like in training, they like make me be better. And that's something I'm so thankful for, because that's something I try to do like every day. You know, like I try to just get better, like be a better person, get better in my faith, get better in my training, get better in my fighting. And they're a big part of that because they push me to be better. And also they push me to be a better person too. And so I'm very thankful for them. Yeah. All of everybody at Matt Factory, even like the people I just train with, they're like the most encouraging group of people you could ever meet. Like,
even just the people I train, just you losers who.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Sorry, guys.
I'm kidding.
But all of my training partners, they're just wonderful people, and we push each other in the gym. Like, we have hard practices and we work hard and everybody's there, but we're having a great time doing it. So
Do you guys know what a flow roll is? Like, does that exist in Matt Factory? Or
we do flow roll.
Do you though?
Yeah, we try. Me and Carly are incapable of doing anything flow.
Okay,
Like, we usually try to kill each other. But
Yeah, I've never seen a Matt Factory practice that
everybody's just flow.
just flowing.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, we chain wrestle. Does that count as flowing?
no,
Oh,
nope.
man.
It's physically taxing. Nice try. Try to slide it on me. What's it like? What's next for your work career? Like, do you see yourself progressing
So
in the medical field, or is that something that's just you're comfortable with where you're at?
I actually, so I live an hour away from the gym, from Matt Factory, and I'm there every day.
Relentless.
So I am currently working on moving down to the Lower Borough area, but I put my first down payment on my own little place down there. So that's really exciting.
If you need to buy a house, I know a guy.
I already bought one.
I missed it.
Sorry.
For anyone listening, I am also a realtor, so if you need a house, I got you. Got to throw my plug in.
Yeah. And with
No,
that,
congratulations. That's
thank you.
awesome.
I'm
That's a
excited about
big step. That's huge.
I'm very excited about it, and I feel very blessed because, of course, Isaac was the one to hook me up with the guy who I'm renting from. So Isaac just like helps everyone with everything.
When you know people, when you're a good guy, you build a good community.
Exactly. And so he helped me out with getting a place.
Thanks for the referral, Isaac. I can't even be mad at you because you'll just kill me. So
Yeah.
I'll just be
You
mad.
can't be mad at Isaac. 'Cause
I'll just
he's
be
a
mad
great
to myself.
person.
I've communicated it here on the podcast.
Go buy a house from him to
But
make
he's
up
so
for
cool.
mine.
He's so cool. He'll text me like, "Hey, brother," and I'll be like, "I love you. Give me a."
For real. And so with moving, I have to switch jobs, but I'm probably going to be working for a home health hospice, like comfort care end of days, because there's one like really close to the gym too, so everything will kind of just be in the same area. And with home hospice, it lets me slow it down a little bit, because like a hospital environment and being a CNA in a hospital is really hard sometimes. Like,
It can be very fast paced.
very fast paced, very physical. Like, I'm lifting people all day. I'm like helping people walk. Like, so I'm carrying a lot of people every day, and that also is physically taxing, which I'll have to do in home hospice as well. But like,
Not at a high
pace.
Yeah.
Not like I come out of a room, a call bell's going off, I go into, come out, another call bell's going off, I go into that room. Like, and so it'll be a little slower pace, which I'm I think I'm ready for.
And it's like a fixed schedule because usually you're with one patient.
Yeah. So it's like I have like a list of patients, and then like I work from like whatever times. But you move at your own pace. So like once you're done, you spend like an hour with somebody, help them get comfortable, like take them out for a walk, you know, like help them like paint their nails, do their hair, you know, make them feel like human again. And then you spend a little bit of time, and then you just drive to your next patient and you do the same thing. So once you're done for the day. If you want to knock them all out in the morning, if you want to knock them out in the afternoon, you know, it kind of just like flows at your pace, which will be really good for training as well, because I'll be able to train in the morning, go do my patients that I need to do, and train in the evening.
And you don't have to drive an hour. Like,
I'm
that's
so
that's
excited
like the best
for that.
part.
I'm so excited for that.
Like,
That's been terrible for the last year.
When I first moved down here, I was working an hour and about 15, 20 minutes away. And I'll tell you what, at first I'm like, oh, that's not bad. Like, I don't mind driving. But when you realize that's to and from every single day.
You'll actually like this. You know what a lot of times I do while I have like 2 hours of free time to kill? I listen to podcasts.
No, it's going to cut my podcast. Do you listen to the Relentless Project?
Yeah. That's why.
Now
that's
you're
why
not going to be able to.
Why?
Because you're not driving an hour.
Oh, true. Oh, yeah. I still got some time.
I
still
think
listen.
You should. I think the drive is very important to clear your mind.
I'll still listen. But yeah, I'll just throw on your podcast sometimes. That's why I was so excited when you messaged me.
Dude.
I was like, yes.
Everyone's like, I'm like, well, I mean, worst you can say is no.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Wait.
yeah. I'm like,
wait, who mentioned
nope,
me?
none of your business.
Why can't you mention me?
Because there's a certain thing of like, because right now, a lot of people are going through your mind, right? Who could have possibly said it? Some you're like, wow, man, that like you feel good, right?
Yeah.
I don't want that feeling to go away.
Okay.
Right?
That's fair.
That mysteriousness.
I'll give you that.
Right? It's like, because then you can go to the gym and train, and maybe this person goes, hey, you got on. And you're like,
true.
was it you? Like,
It's true.
or maybe someone you're like, oh, I don't even like that person. You know what I mean? So like the mystery is the beauty of it all.
I kind of like it though. You know, it's exciting.
And they kind of asked me to keep it on the DL.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's someone close.
Okay. All right.
She's like, oh, who can it
Whoever
be?
you are, thanks for giving me the opportunity to yap.
Hey, you got yourself the opportunity. They just mentioned you. Put you on the radar. Put you on the radar. So keep doing what you're doing. Where can people follow you online if they like resonate, they want to follow your fight camp or something? You're looking for sponsors, I saw.
Yeah, well,
or
sponsors, I would love more sponsors, and I'm open to doing social media advertising and everything for them, but my fight kit's already in to be printed, and that was kind of like the thing that came with the sponsors is their logo on my fight kit.
Well, there's always next fight.
There is the next fight camp because we are staying active, and I love it. So
when's your next fight?
July 26th.
July 26th.
I'm fighting in Atlantic City.
And then, do you have anything planned after that?
I don't have anything yet, but hopefully this one goes well, and we can maybe fight there again soon. So.
Awesome.
I also want to fight close to home. I was supposed to be on the 247 July 19th card, and they couldn't find me anybody. And then
that's a problem with females here.
It's hard.
It's hard to find fights.
It's so hard, and they couldn't find me anybody. And then CFFC messaged me, and I was like, they already had an opponent, so I was like,
locked in.
Yeah,
so you were like kind of in camp.
Yeah, I had been training. Ever since my last fight, I took like a week, and then I was like, okay, we're locking in because if I'm fighting on July 19th, I need to go back into camp. So I was training like I was fighting on the 19th. And
then you got an extra couple weeks
in camp.
Because it's a little pushed off.
Exactly.
Atlantic City. Have you ever fought there before? Or?
I've not fought there, but I was there for Carly's pro debut when she fought there. So
it's a good environment.
It's a fun venue.
Yeah.
And I'm so pumped. So.
Well, I'm excited for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Now that you need it, because you're doing the appropriate steps to set you on your way. Where can people follow you online? Sorry.
No, we got distracted.
Yeah.
I have Instagram, so I_live_MMA. And then I have Facebook, Olivia Schwender.
I don't think people do.
Not really.
I live MMA.
I live MMA. Yeah.
That's a double entendre. Mm-hmm. Did you mean to do that?
I did. No.
No, you did. You can't even believe it yourself.
No. My friend picked it out actually, because I put on my story, like, because I have a private account just for family and friends that I post, like, because I don't want, like, to post my cousins on there because they're little and all that kind of stuff.
I totally agree.
So I have a private account for that stuff. And then I put on that account, I was like, I need help coming up with an MMA nickname, because, like, an MMA Instagram handle, because I was like, I'm going to start an MMA account. And one of my friends was like, I live MMA. You can, like, have your name in it, and you live MMA.
I think that's awesome.
And I was like,
also, you have a moniker now.
What?
You have a moniker.
What's that?
It's like your nickname. Is it Olivia?
Showtime Schwender. Yeah.
So where did that come? Where did Showtime come from?
Showtime actually came from my, like, previous coach, but it had been my nickname for so long that, like, when I started fighting, it just kind of got picked up with everything, and it was in my Instagram.
I think it's a cool name.
And, like, so it was my nickname from him. Okay, we can make it my own thing, you know? Like,
it's yours now.
It's mine.
It's yours.
It's mine, and I'm doing what I want to do with it. So I'm just vibing, and if it stays that, it stays that, and I'm okay with that.
It goes well. Showtime Schwender. It's an alliteration, as the kids say.
Yeah, and it's a fun nickname. This is a little tidbit of information I didn't share when I was talking about college. I actually, you know what I minored in? This is so embarrassing.
Theater.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to say that, but, you know, I have no shame. So it was fun.
You want to know what one of my...
It was a great time.
One of my electives was in college?
Theater. That makes sense. Why do I feel like we have very similar personalities?
So did they have you do the exercise where you pick an animal with your first initial of your first name, and then you have to act it out?
No, but we did, like, stuff like that all the time, but I don't remember doing that.
So this was an improv exercise for us. I don't think I've ever shared this story. So
yes,
you're getting all the good ones.
Welcome to the tea, guys.
So what animal starts with an I? Can you think of one real quick?
An I?
Oh. You understand?
Iguana.
That's exactly the one I picked, right? Yes. You understand what I went through, right? Yeah. People have L. Lion, you know, T, tigers.
How did you act?
Comes up to me, they say, you know, to me, and I'm like, I. And the whole time people are going, I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I. I'm like, dude, what animal? And I'm thinking animal, right?
Yeah.
Like a lizard is not registering as an animal to me. So I'm like, I. I'm like, koala, that's K. And then it comes to me. I'm like, iguana. And you can tell the instructor, the teacher or the professor, whatever the theater lady was, you can tell she's been in here. She's been in this place before, because she goes, like, show me what you got. And I'm literally like, that's all I can think of. Dude, everyone started laughing.
Died.
I was like, I feel so dumb. But the whole point of these exercises were, like, to break your comfort.
Yeah. Okay, but think of I'm thinking of one animal that starts with an O. And imagine how funny that would be to act out.
A
ostrich.
Oh.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Like, imagine.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, I guess. Oh. Yeah, there's
not a lot. So we're kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, well, I need a better name. L. I'll go with Lopez for lion. No, because I wouldn't know how to act that either.
You can't roar.
We'll edit that out. No, we've talked about a lot of things. Mm-hmm. As we wind down, I like to end with this question.
Okay.
After this episode is aired and the people listening have turned it off and gone to their lives, what's one message that if you can give them to end this episode with?
That's a good question. I think if there's anything I could tell people, it's that no matter what, God will take care of you. You know, if I can tell anybody that, like, if I can be evidence of anything, like I got through what I got through and like I'm okay and I'm better for it, you know? And if you trust God and you put it in his hands, he's going to take care of you because that's his promise, you know? And if I can give anybody peace of mind if they're going through something that, even not what I went through, but like something hard, you know, that you can come out better for it, you know? And there's going to be valleys and there's going to be mountaintops. And when you get to mountaintops, you got to learn how to be thankful for the valleys because those are kind of what shape you as a person a lot of times.
Yeah, you're the valleys are what preps you for the mountaintop, right? If you don't do the climb,
exactly.
One, how can you appreciate the mountaintop?
Yeah. If
How
you never
can you
went through
appreciate
the
the mountaintop if you didn't have to climb?
Yeah, exactly.
That's one way I look at it, right? Like the stuff we go through is so that when we're given what we're given, we're prepared for it.
And we're thankful
and
for
we're
it.
thankful for it.
Yeah. I am, like, it took me a long time, but I truly had to learn how to be thankful for everything I experienced because it taught me a ton. You know, it taught me that so much.
And you know what's crazy?
What?
You have so much to learn.
I know. And I get to learn every day, you know?
Yeah.
I get to experience life and go through things and learn how to get through them and be better for them.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, they say.
Doesn't kill you, makes you
You're stronger. I don't know the rest of the words.
I don't know either. That's the
only
one
ones
line
you
I
need.
know.
That's the only ones you need. Well, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. See what I did there, Schwender? Your schedule. And jumping on the podcast, kind of sharing a little bit of your story. And I'm excited to. One thing I like to do is run it back, right? So I'm hoping pro. And then we talk about your pro experience, what it was, how that experience was for you, what you've learned from now until then. Yeah. So, looking forward to having you back.
I'm always down to yap.
All right, here you go. This is the Yappuccino episode with Olivia Schwender.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. And we're out. Later.